Hello guys, and welcome back to another Power and Revolution video. In the last video, we did a whole bunch of things, from setting up some economic contracts, pretty small ones, to setting up our first ever space program. Where is it? Let's take a look at it right here. It's currently in funding. We literally set it up at the end of the last video. It's a very small program. We're just launching a satellite type program. It's the only one we can really do right now because of where our research is. We're going to try to split the funding half and half. The first round just started, so we'll see if there's anyone bidding to kind of split the cost with us. We'll get increased relations with them. If there ends up being so, I will end up inviting people myself if we don't get enough. People that I want to get better relationships with. There's also I also proposed helping Russia fund this. I don't see that this is ever going to go through. And most importantly, in the last episode, we started a bill that is actually going to remove the power of Parliament. It's not going to remove it completely, but right now they have some ability to vote motions of no confidence, not against directly me, but against the government as a whole. We're getting rid of that. We use TV exposure to help get this kind of agreement along with our high popularity rating. And we're going to try to slowly, I might wait another month or so. I want to completely get rid of the powers of Parliament because I hate them. They're such a pain in the ass. But today we're going to continue from where we left off. I think while trying to solve unemployment, I've also been hurting economic growth a little bit. So we're going to need to make some more contracts to make up for this. First things first. We haven't lowered the key interest rate in a while, so it's 6.5. We're going to lower this to 6%. That should give it a little bit of a boost right off the bat. I think I'm going to meet up with Canada again. Good old not Trudeau. And we are going to set up a trade deal. We already have one for grapes and probably some other stuff. I'm going to set up one for maize this time. And we got a lot of stuff that's going to happen. A lot of our bills and stuff are actually going through right now. We've also got to start denationalizing some stuff and nationalizing some other stuff. We did get the advertising sector nationalized. So we're going to pour a workforce into there, try to get this sector restarted. We're also going to subsidize it for 1 mil. I'll start taking the subsidies that I have off. I have a lot of subsidies on eventually, not right now. We got the video game sector and the naval construction sector up again. We're going to denationalize those two and get another one thing nationalized. So let's do that right now. It's not listening to me when I hit pause. Why is that? Is that because I have this open? Probably because I was right-clicked or something. Alright, so industry. I'm going to come down here to naval construction. It's just barely off the ground, but that's fine. We're going to new reform industry. They're just going to call it like industry, honestly. Sector with state involvement. Create the reform. Video games. Sector state involvement. Add to the reform. And now we're going to pick what we want to nationalize next so we can get it off the ground. Aircraft carrier, biotechnology, nuclear submarine, or satellites. It's tough. I kind of want to get the military sectors running first. Biotech could be valuable. Oh man, I'm going to say we're going to get the nuclear sub off the ground next. So we're going to add this to the reform. And then let's take a look at this. It's definitely going to go through. We're not going to rush through it or anything. I don't know why I couldn't unpause on that screen. That's so weird. We're not going to try to rush through it or anything. Oh. I don't know what I did to earn that. But I don't want to get kicked out of the World Trade Organization again, so we're going to try to slow down the whole nationalizing of things at the very least. Let's denationalize a couple more things. I was very, very tempted. I've been looking at oil a lot lately, guys, and I noticed this is actually the thing that really convinced me to start getting rid of Congress. I noticed, so we don't have shale gas and oil legislated. We can't use it. But I did notice that I went into a USA playthrough and I checked, and most of our oil and gas is actually shale. Remember how we looked earlier? We couldn't really find, like, any? It's because it's all shale. Shale is not tradable, which is unfortunate, even though it's tradable in real life. But it is still very important, and I do want to get that legislated eventually. For the time being, I think I'm going to set up a couple gas wells around here. Just the regular ones. It's not going to be the best production, but I want to get 1 or 2 building as we stand right now. We do have our meeting with Trudeau right here. We're going to get right into that. Alright, offer coffee. I don't think he liked this one last time, so we're just going to come over here to sales, and we're going to come down to maize. And they, off the bat, they want a decent amount of it. We could probably sell them more, but I like just going for what the default is. It's usually a pretty reasonable amount for both parties. This will help both of us tremendously, unless I manage to rip them off. Well, let's see what we could do here. Let's start out with their purchase price and bump that up twice. It'd be like a $400 million contract. That'd be insane. Coming back at us with this, so we're going to up it once, up it twice. 3, 4... Ooh, no, they didn't like that. Yeah, that was kind of pushing it, wasn't it? Alright, let me try this again. Maize. Let's try this again, and let's be less stingy, I guess. Because they're not going to go give us as much as I'm hoping for here. Yeah, so we're at 177. They did not like 171 that we came back with before. They're coming back at us with a higher price this time. Let's come back at them with 170. Oh, okay, we're getting somewhere. 167. 152. 164. A little under their purchase price, but let's come back with 164. Really? You're being a little stingier with me. You want to gain a little something out of this. I don't blame you. You always got to try to cheese the AI a little bit, right? Always got to try to cheese the AI a little bit. So let's come back over here with 62. Send. They're coming back pretty high, actually. Let's come back with 170. And you've gone down. 164. Really? I'm not understanding this. Huh. We might just have to accept whatever he offers us. 164.62. Alright, so you've given us a pretty good deal right here. 171. 159. Okay, so 163. Ooh. Okay. $2 under their purchase price, but $62 over our sales price. This is a great contract. It's worth $363 million. Whereas I think otherwise this would be more like a $200 million thing. So this should definitely help us. We're going to be watching growth a lot more closely and setting up probably a lot more deals in the future. Thank you for meeting with me, Trudeau. Alright, and we're unpaused and pressing through again. Let's speed it up a little bit now that we've set up some new stuff that we're doing. Because a lot of this stuff is actually about to be over really, really soon. A lot of these are getting voted on, like, just crazy shortly, including the military. I plan on training some commandos when this gets done, and starting to fire some career soldiers, which is, of course, not going to help with stuff.
Politics are on the right track. At last, the father...
Yes, I'm glad that you like my politics. Finally, the speed check radars went through, and Automobile did not like that. Yeah, and here comes these guys. They're calling it a disinterest in motor racing, but that's really, I don't think that's what they're mad about. Wow, he's really angry. I'm not going to appear on television. That's not going to help me. Happiness declines. I don't give a shit. We're actually at max right now, which is pretty surprising. Let me check out the terrorists. How did we progress from last time? Actually, not very much. But it's fine. I'm going to raise some funding in a couple places here. I've been slowly bumping this stuff up. That's why he loves me. He loves me, dude. All right, let's give him one more in agent training. That's a lot of money. But we're gonna have to spend it if we want to be the best. We're gonna bump up public safety and security service of the head of state. Hiring more cops really helped the crime rate here. We're gonna bump up their funding though, especially a little more to protect me because it's gonna become more and more necessary. Greater London has had a flood, but it's marking it on my side of the world. I've never seen this bug before, so that's okay. I don't know what to think of that. I was gonna come over here and look at sports. That's the main way to make them like me more is to, I guess, build more roads or otherwise put more money into car racing and motorcycle racing. It's not very expensive and it might come back and give us some extra boosts in the future, so yeah, let's just pay for it. Just max these out, why not? That's about all I can do there anyway. Let's take a look. I'm looking for more ways to spend money to help stuff. Like over here, actually, I know one thing we can do right now is we actually very quickly finished maxing out broadband internet. And it's not going to cost so much to finish super high-speed fiber optic here. So I think I'm going to do it. Automobile liked what we just did. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and max out super high-speed fiber optic internet here. It's not gonna cost very much in the long run, and it's gonna finish in less than a month because the place is so small. This is the guy that's just getting upset because we're what are we doing? We got kicked out of the World Trade Organization again. So this place is gonna end up being a lot better after this. I feel like the population is already going up. This airport is still being constructed. I was going to look at building some more airports, but let's take a look at our budget. We still have a budget excess. Yeah, we're still working on a budget excess for now. Well, the real big thing is we're going to see how this goes into the next year. Alright, the powers of parliament has gone through. The Congress has lost some of their rights. Awesome. And the military loves this. Yeah, the military guys, usually, we could actually take a peek. They love military spending, they hate foreign policy, love security, hate human rights. Yeah, they love when we get rid of anything related to human rights. Let's take a look at our newspaper here. Space program, uprising, trade deals, rise of popularity, we got membership in World Trade Organization, yeah. Again. God, so much stuff. Alcohol, strip tease, and a statue? What? You ain't got the right, don't you know who, between two vomits, that was the only thing Ricardo de Des was painfully able to articulate to the policemen when they intervened after a complaint from Riverside householders. What? Been yelling like a madman at a statue for more than a half an hour, throwing clothes and personal belongings in its face. Des therefore spent the night sobering up in jail. What the fuck? I guess is that trying to say we have an alcohol problem? What's this? I don't know. I think that's just the driving people being angry at us. Chief of Staff loves me. I like reading the newspaper. It's a good idea of getting an idea of it's a good way of getting an idea of what's happening in your country around the world. We signed a treaty here. Research in Turkey, Russia's space program. The leader of Venezuela, I think, yeah, just fucking died. Alright, forest fire in Queensland. Who's in charge of here now? Or still the same guy, he's just getting ousted. Or no, this might be the new guy in power for 6 days, and he's already super hated. That's no good, man. That's really no good. But anyway, gonna let the day tick over here. Even more stuff should be going through. Maybe not yet. Take a peek at our stats here. Not updated just yet. Inflation's still going down, which is really nice. Whoa, wait, what's happening? Meeting request with Venezuela. Oh, sounds like a trade deal's coming our way. We're gonna accept that from the new guy.
Infiltrated agent was spotted.
Yeah, our guys suck. Sit-in ended. Oh, you're happy now because great, that's good. I told you it was silly. Okay, advertising is not back up yet, so we're going to go back here. We're going to have to hire some more manpower. Let's bump it up to 5. Once you get the first one, the price of it really drops off. I think I'm going to... Ooh, look at our excess projection for the year. It's just gone way down. So that's the perfect time to try to make some money, right? To spend some money. Let's take a look at a gas well. These cost so little to make. And we got 2 regions down here which can be utilized. I was checking somewhere around here. We have at least week. And week is all you need to start getting something. Where is it? Right here. Alright, so this is where it starts. We're going to place it up here. Takes 4 months to make at this price, so it's pretty fine. We're gonna plop that down right there. Just the one for now. I might slowly start plopping them down over time. Each region can have 5 of each type of extraction built, unless they were already placed there before the game started. So we could place like 5 over here, 5 over here. I think we have room for to get a little bit of gas coming towards us. Environmentalists probably won't be happy because of that. And I was wanting to look at maybe building another road or these airports. The drivers are not very happy with me, though. Oh, now they are. They love me. Oh my god, they love me. I guess I just spent so much money on them that they're just in love with me now. Alright, so I don't need to focus on drivers right now. Maybe I did that too quickly. I didn't think it would make that big of a difference, but maybe having that funding will just keep him in love with me. We can go ahead here and work on, we can get some more airports, these medium traffic ones. Militarism, energy independence, militarism. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, we're gonna... So where's our big boy cities? Those ones, obviously we got airports there, we're getting one over here. These 3 cities up here, and then and this over here. I'm going to start with, I think, this one because it's in the center of all these places. Somewhere like right around here in between these 2 cities would be perfect. That can't be done. Alright, so we're going to put it like more off to the side here. Yeah, kind of where like a highway would go in between that city and this city. So right around here. I'm going to place that down. These are just so cheap overall as is. Cost over 5 years, only like 400 million. It barely costs anything. The national service has been abolished. And what did I get from that? I got a happiness to... Oh, I guess that's lowering militarism. Yeah, environment wasn't happy. Security, not happy. Army. We got rid of the... It probably has to update. It still says we have conscripts. We're going to have to watch how that goes. Work begins. Transport of goods. It will significantly improve the situation. Will help us streamline business. The location was an excellent choice and will contribute to the development. That's the first thing I've placed. I think that has actually gotten a good response from the guy. And that's probably because there's just no infrastructure here. There's not even a port or anything. So I think my idea of where I'm placing these is actually a really good idea. We got our meeting with Venezuela over here, so we're going to see what they want. Alright, so... Yeah, you got a contract. You want to purchase fowl from me. Your purchase price is high. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to raise this up to their purchase price, because it's just so much higher than ours already. They don't want the largest amount, but it's still an amount. Let's bump it up twice, and they're coming back. They're coming back at us with a great price already, honestly. What exactly did this bump up to? I already forgot. So we went into the 1300s. All right, so we're gonna 1280, let's say, and they're already over their fucking purchase price. 1270. Nice. So over their purchase price, we're selling a little bit of foul. Not the biggest contract, but it is a contract. It's one that I didn't really have to go get. Here's a coffee and the meeting. We might be conquering them eventually anyway, but until we do, look at that. We got growth up quite a bit. Now, this can be just a more immediate surge because of the contract and changing the exchange, the interest rate here. Keep an eye on it. Even if it goes up to 3 or past 3%, our inflation should still keep dropping down. We want to get our growth up, though, to help unemployment. And we want to keep growth up there if we can. But I think we're doing pretty good right now. All right, so despite however money might look for the next year, these transport things are pretty temporary and they do help in the long run. I think we're going to go ahead and place some more of these medium traffic airports at strategic locations. Because 400 million over 5 years is not bad. Not even 100 million over over 1 year. And we have like tens of billions in excess at the moment. So we're going to use this. So we probably going to, like, all these places right here should have one. This is so close to this, I might just do a highway. This is far enough away. But we're going to toss one over here in Salvador. Let's see where we can place one. No, not so much luck. We got that airport right. That's not an airport. That's a military air base over there. Alright, so we're going to have to just put it right there. Right outside the city, so secondary highways linked to it, and I don't have to build like an actual highway, which we still can do. And place that down right there. And we're going to do a couple more of these. Also, how do, the carriers should end up liking me more. What is your... Significantly improve the situation, help us streamline business. It's an excellent choice. I'm glad. I'm focusing these big places. And again, doing this just because it's cheaper. Oh yeah, freight, region, etc. A lot of these people like me building this stuff. Because again, but yeah, this is just so much more expensive. It's almost 10 times as expensive. Like, roughly 8 times. We're going to take another one here. And place it over here, wherever we can. Right around here. There you go. Oh, actually, it tells me the millions of passengers before it's even done. 10 million, 10 million. Maybe that's just like a default. Where did I place the one over here? 10 million. Probably just like a default. Let's see. Significantly improve the situation. Excellent choice. I'm glad you think so. Because our nation is just so big that this is just such a good way. This will also generate some jobs, which will be very nice. So we got these 3. So let's come up here now, where we're really up in like the boonies now. We're going to just place this right outside the city. On what end? Probably right here. Yes, and I want to get one more over here. Especially, this place is like way out on its own. Let's see. There you go. Alright, so we got them placed in everywhere except these southern places. I'm still not sure if I want one here, because it's so close to this. But the regional capital down here is still big enough that it can justify it. Let's see. Significantly improve, excellent choice. Location could be better. Yeah, that one's not as big, but it's still helpful. I'm gonna have to think about how I feel about placing them at these southern places. I mean, these still are 2 of our most populated locations, so it's not like it would be a bad thing. But yeah, you know. Let's see how we're doing right now. We're doing all right. Let's check our budget. Budget's still doing fine for right now. We're seeing some changes up at the top over there. Well, unless I plan on building a lot of highways, you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and place these now. These are just the most strategic locations in my country. When we zoom in, we start seeing more populated places as well, but they're generally packed around other places. I'm going to place at least an airport right over here. There you go. I'm really going to have to think about this one because this one is kind of like these. They're all just close by to each other, but we'll figure it out. Excellent choice. Will improve the situation. I'm glad. And over here, God, we're getting a lot done so far, guys. All right, we're still building over here. Speed up the game a little bit. A lot of things are about to get voted on, like literally right now. Hopefully all these jobs I'm creating will help unemployment a bit because I'm about to hurt unemployment by firing people in the military. Once this takes effect anyway. I still kind of should be building some new military bases. It's like 1.1 bill over 5 years, though. It's quite a lot. I'm spending so much money elsewhere, though. Okay, so what actually has passed?
The vote was held and the reform
Okay. And
one of my men succeeded in
oh shit, we
infiltrating
actually
the
got in there.
According to my calculations, the international gain, in geopolitical terms...
Let's refuse for now. He might die, but this is just the way to do it. Currently, reinforce his front door. That's no good. Hopefully, no attacks are gonna happen. How are we doing on... We have no files on the heads of state yet. I'm trying to increase political espionage and Asian training so we can get some dirt on our neighbors and everyone else we've put people in. Actually, there was one thing. I was thinking maybe I have too many agents and in some kind of weird places. I was thinking of maybe narrowing them down, but I don't know. I think this is good. I think this is good. I don't know if increasing your agents somewhere increases your chances or your preparation time of like getting people. It probably does. But I think we're fine for now. We're not really in a rush. This has been a very not warmongery playthrough so far. We're only in March, January, February, March. We're not that far in. I've been playing this a little slow just because I've been doing a lot at once. But we're getting things set up. We're getting things set up. Oh! Now this might be left over from the guy that I just got rid of, that I arrested. So hopefully we'll be good. A lot of things going through. What exactly happened there? Young people weren't happy yet because we increased the education years. Hang on a second. So let's... Alright, so he's still here. So I'm going to assume that we're good and that there's nothing else we can really do to stop what's about to happen or get in the way or anything. A lot of stuff has just passed, and I want to show you guys what it was. So, the allowance pay to job seekers went down. The working week went down to 40. I finally got that where I wanted it. That might have an effect on economic growth while people are shifting into the new work hour jobs. We also went over here to education. And we got this up to 62 days for vacations, and now the maximum school age is 17, so we're kind of on par with the US right there. Should help our educational system as a whole, I believe. Let me take a look at our policemen per 100 capita. We're still better. No, we're worse than the world average. Oh, God. Yeah, we're still going to want to hire some more police officers. What happens if we throw a 5 in there? It's not that expensive. We got 100,000 more police officers. That's a pretty high cost. But more police officers really could be necessary. Our police officers per capita is terrible. Terrible. It's not even at the world average. I think I'm gonna do this. Okay, that raised my budget excess. I don't know how that works. I think, are we ticking over into a new week here? That raised the budget excess forecast. Maybe losing less money due to crime or something. Let's take a look at what's happening in our newspaper here. Nothing special. Nothing special. Brazilian membership. Turning point in the World Trade Organization's history. Wow. Oh, thank you for that. World Trade Organization excludes Brazil. That was a while ago, wasn't it? Unless they did it again and just didn't tell me. Not much news for us to worry about. The leader of Finland was deposed. That's crazy. We've done a lot this episode. So I'm not sure about doing any more just yet. Just going to want to let another day pass in. What's our parliament looking like? Oh, there's no laws being voted on right now. Holy shit. And we just got a research biodegradable plastic. I'll keep that for myself, thank you. There we go. There's the last reform. That was our industry over here. Nice. All right. And that means we have nuclear submarines. Let's just put in 5 because that tends to have the best results. Get that industry moving and off the ground. Budget excess prediction has gone back down a little. Our budget excess right now is still just, it's great. It's doing pretty great. Lastly, I want to look one more time at this. Ooh, not a lot of people. Still, population per medical doctor, not doing so hot. So we're going to up these numbers to 200,000. Because I'm sure that will help with stuff as well. We're gonna want that. Our people love us as it is, so we don't really need to be doing this, but I really kind of want the situation in the country to improve as a whole in many different ways, because it will help us in the long run. And is this done? No, not yet. But we have had a good long episode, so I'm going to call this one right here. Thank you very much for watching, you guys, and wow, this was an eventful episode. We did so much, and we're going to do even more going forward. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Leave me any feedback you have. I'm sorry there's no wars. I know some people like that kind of content. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're getting there. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.